Okay, you are?
Terry Isaac, Huffman Auto Group, sales trainer slash trainer manager.
Okay, so if you could just give me a little bit of your background, how long you've been in the automotive industry, what have you done?
I've been fortunate enough to be with One Auto Group, which I've been in for 18 years. I started with Neil Huffman in 1995. My background previous to that was I was a maintenance technician and came into the automotive business and realized I had a knack for sales and the ability to make a lot better life.
Okay, now you have a very interesting background. Talk to me about your sales career, like selling cars.
Selling cars, I came into it, and of course, like back then, the old school was sick 'em, kill 'em program. So I sicked them and I killed them. And in the meantime, I also came from a background of blue collar, so I understood processes. And so I sort of put together my job description. So 2 years straight, I was salesperson of the year. My last year on the sales floor only lost 1 month because of the fact I wasn't there half the month. But the processes. So then I went into management and basically to develop a training process for this auto group. And we were able to do that and put together a corporate sales training program. In 2002, when the internet world exploded, and we all thought this.
I'm going to cut you off on purpose here. Before we go into the internet, don't give away your secret sauce because it's proprietary or what have you, but what do you think are the most important elements for a sales consultant to sell a car on the showroom? What is the most important aspect that they need to understand?
The customer's need for information.
Explain. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is that it's all of the information superhighway, and we're talking about 4G speed. What I like to think of is the human speed of doing business. When a customer comes in, they don't want to be sort of waste time. They want information and time, and you got to become an information provider. In your process, your sales process, your demonstration, you can do it. You have to do it flawless. You got to be a professional. If you want to make, you have to create this business with professionals. The old Bob's used car doesn't fly anymore.
Okay, so NADA says the number one reason why people don't buy cars from a dealership is because they're landed on the wrong car, which to me as a trainer like yourself, that means that they're not qualified properly. So do you have any advice for sales professionals on how to properly qualify a prospect so they don't lose the opportunity? What would that be?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, part of the grid is about time and information, and basically what you want to do is we've taken a lot of things stayed the same, but how you do them has changed. So we take the trade appraisal process and moved it up to number 2, which we know that a lot of companies do that successfully. The thing about that is I get a buyer's profile right up front, and basically I learn about what they like, what they don't like, how they buy other cars, and that information's up front, so it can actually help me tailor my presentation and selection to find the customer, the car that meets the customer's right. Then I have an opportunity to close them. The numbers are a formality. Do that part right, the numbers are a formality. You'll close more, you'll sell more.
Okay, now let's go into the internet. Now, how has the internet changed the landscape of automobile sales, in your opinion?
It's changed the landscape because that's the marketing tool. That's where people go, and that's where you have to be in. It's time. It's all about time. They talk about the speed. It is speed. How fast do you get back to the customer? They're talking to 10 different people. Who gets back fast and who can actually talk to them? You go from the electronic or the email to talking to them. Then you have a chance to build a relationship and get them to feel more comfortable about doing business with you. We all pay the same for them if it's new cars. It's about who impresses them the most. So it is to impress people when you talk to them and communicate with them. So time and speed.
Okay, what's really interesting what you just said, again, is the value package proposition. It's the impress them. Let me dive into that a little bit deeper. I believe that one of the most important things that salespeople, internet departments need to do is differentiate yourself from the competition. Basically, you need to, like you said, impress them. What is different and better about your organization than everybody else? In your opinion, what are some things that Huffman Group or a great dealership can do to differentiate themselves against the competition?
Is basically to do different things. The old if I coulda, would you is out the window. If you're still playing that game, you need to get out there because customers are not impressed. They are still intimidated about coming into a dealership. What's great about our organization, we have a non-confrontational. It's all about give, and give the customer. If you overgive them,
explain what you mean.
And what I mean by that is give them all the information up front. Give them the appraisals without a commitment to buy. Get that pressure off the customer. We get them to relax and do the job. We try to impress them so when they do go down to the old school that if I could have, would you, they've wasted time. They come back to us because we were efficient and we proved to them that we can take care of them.
I also was impressed. You guys have a price protection guarantee. Okay, and I believe that was from the Cardone background. You guys use it at the Honda store or just the Nissan store?
We use it throughout the group, and we guarantee the customer the 100% price protection, and it gives them a peace of mind. So if we do the process right, and this is there again over-given to the customer, then they can just relax and feel comfortable doing business, and they're not going to pay too much.
Okay, now with your experience, let's get back into the internet or the BDC and the BDC. What would you say are the most difficult challenges for dealerships across the country to start and be successful in the internet sales or business development arena?
Is first of all, get the right people that really know how and to run them.
Who do you recommend as the right people in your opinion?
Well, basically, your company has demonstrated its success already, and basically with the track record, and that's what it's all about. We don't even need to question the process. You've already got the results. All we got to do is execute. You know, sometimes the trial and error has been done for us, and that's what y'all have done. So basically, you need a company with the knowledge and the understanding of the people.
Well, what about the people as far as the staff? Like my opinion at Dealer Synergy is that, you know, the internet appointment setters, the BDC reps, whatever you want to call that profile, because different dealerships call it different things, is I like people that have call center experience, collections experience, telemarketing experience. Not that they're telemarketers and they're just reading simple scripts and that's that, but I like people that are comfortable on the phones. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I'll agree, but I'll add something to you.
Yes,
I want
please.
happy people.
Yes, okay, explain that.
I want people to enjoy doing what they do, enjoy talking to people. Let's face it, I'm a customer addict. In all sales, no matter what our titles are, we're still salespeople. We love to get in front of people. We love the close, the thrill of victory, and to impress people. We need the same people that are talking on the phone, so when they come in, they get the same experience that they experienced on the phone. People can only tell what kind of person by the tone of your voice. It is the tone that is most important, and y'all have already recognized that talent because that's the kind of people you go for. The words we say are just words. Why is one preacher more successful than another? They both have the same Bible. It's how they deliver the message.
That's a very, very powerful statement. Okay, now, what do you see is frustrating to, now, because you're a senior manager, on a dealer principal or general manager level, because they have a different interpretation of the internet or need for it. What do you think their frustrations are, and what would your advice be to the dealer principals or GMs that are trying to be successful in internet sales or BDC?
Well, basically what we've recognized is that, you know, you got to have people that specialize in what they do. And in a dealership, you have to have people specialize in this and this. There's no, you can do it all. You've got to have people that will come in and oversee what you're trying to achieve. If the CDC is what you're after, you've got to get people specialized in that, and that's all they do. They're not trying to train your salespeople. They're not trying to do this. They specialize in that one thing. Then you work on the other side, and you specialize in what everybody does.
You said something the other day that I want you to please evangelize right now. What is your opinion about everybody's got to be on the same page, the buy-in?
The buy-in starts at the top, and it's a trickle-down effect. To me, the GM is responsible for the GSM's development, and the GSM is responsible for the managers. And the first people you train is the top people because they have to reinforce it. If they downplay this, everybody else around it's going to fall around it going, it's not that urgent. You've got to make it urgent, and everybody's got to learn to do it. The GM needs to learn how to get on the phone. The best way he can do it is get in the internet or the phone room and start making calls. He'll feel better about what he's doing, and plus that will impress the people that work for him.
Absolutely. Now, in closing, is there anything you'd like to add? Any advice? Any tips? Anything to say?
I'll say that we recognize the need for this type of CDC with your company, and basically 5 years ago. The problem was you got to stay the course. There's going to be bumps in the road and changes, but the changes have to be made, and changes are good because it's the only way you're going to get anything to improve.
Awesome. Well, listen, thank you so much, and I look forward to sharing your success, Terry.
Thank you. I appreciate it.